We are going to focus on Shelton now, and from the City of Shelton Parks and Recreation Department, Mark Ziegler. Good morning, sir.
Hey, Jeff.
Good to see you.
Likewise.
Nice day today.
Man, it's really nice.
85.
Yeah,
gonna be.
I didn't wear my sunglasses on the way down. It was a little bright walking down.
Well, you're gonna need it. Maybe maybe one of these vendors will have some for the business expo.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go check that out too.
What's going on? I've been telling folks that you have a survey out you'd like them to fill out.
Yeah, you know, we do this every 6 or 7 years or so, and we update our comprehensive park plan, and so that's really our roadmap. Where we want to take our parks department, and the input we get from the community is going to dictate, you know, where that car travels on that map, you know. So this is a really important piece of that in gleaning the information from the community and the residents that are out there. And we like to have it, you know, because we don't like to guess. And when I say we, it's me and the Parks and Recreation Citizens Advisory Committee. It's a 5-member committee of residents that have volunteered their time, come in and help advise us on day-to-day activities and planning and stuff like that. But we don't like to guess.
Right.
And we like to have a bigger sample than 5 people plus me.
Yeah.
So we want as many people to get as much information to us as we can, so we can make a reasonable assumption on what the community wants and needs, put together an action plan, and that also qualifies us for Recreation Conservation Office grants through the state. If people are familiar with the turf fields up at MCRA and some other projects like that, those were they were funded and help funded through the RCO. So we want to take advantage of that when we have the opportunity as well. So that's part of this, and the element of that comprehensive plan, as required by the RCO, is public input, public information. So a survey, a public meeting, an advisory committee, things like that, that all get melded into this plan for that action plan is required. And so, not that we wouldn't do it anyway, but because, you know, it's the right thing to do, and it's what we want to do. We want to engage our citizens. But it creates that eligibility level so you can go out and seek those grants down the road.
Yesterday or the other day, I was talking about the music in the park that's at Neyland Park, and it's going to be a great thing tonight, Hurts Like Hell Band. But I was talking about it in the frame of your survey and how people got together and they started a conversation, and now we have an off-leash dog park area.
Exactly.
And that's kind of where this all came from too, right?
That's where these things start. Exactly right. We see a common interest in these surveys, in public meetings. It might be a phone call, you know, just asking about park facilities and expressing what somebody might want to see. I document that, and then we can put that in the plan. If there's enough interest at that time where the residents want to get together and do a community-funded project, if we don't have the funds available, we'll help facilitate that. So yes, the dog park's an example. The renovation at Callanan Park, the playground at Neyland Park. There's a lot of examples of that in this community that have gone really, really well, and continue to serve as prominent, you know, amenities in this community.
Very nice, very nice. What are some of the programs going on?
You know, we're wrapping up a new program today for the first session of the summer, which is Kids Love Soccer. It wraps up today at Neyland Park. So they finished just before music in the park down there. And it's a nice little skills soccer program for kids as young as 2 years old. So we have a mommy, daddy, and me. Mom and or dad need to be present with them. But it's really a segment of the population that gets missed. I think this community, it's tough to program for that age group. And all the way up to about 10 years old. So we have different age groups, and they come in and they just teach some skills and have some fun with it. And so there's it's not a game. You're not forming teams, but they're just teaching skills, doing games centered around those skills of soccer, and it's a great program. I've got I've got about 45 participants in the session right now. Again, it ends today. The next session will start August 4th. And so there's still room in those sessions. They run on Thursdays down at Neyland Park. So you can, if you have other kids, you can take them down there. They can play on the playground.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
You're down there and you're visible to the community. That's kind of how we want to do it. You're visible. It's easy to find. And that program's going to be a year-round program. So we'll run another session starting August 4th. That'll run through the first week of September, and then we'll start another session again. And then when the weather gets inclement, as it does around here, we'll move it down to the Transit Community Center and just do it in the gym down there.
It's so great, too, and I'm thinking about this for parents of kids who are 4 or 5. If they didn't get this first mommy and me sort of introduction to soccer, I mean, if I were to go and do this, you know, I have no idea. I know you can't touch the ball.
Yeah.
But other than that, if you go and you help out with this, then you kind of get a better understanding. So instead of when they're going out there all by themselves and you're unable to kind of understand, really get it.
Exactly.
That's a fun program.
Yeah. So the parents get to learn the skills as well at the same time. Exactly right. And, you know, the little guys will bend over and pick up the ball because that's what they want to do.
Sure.
But it's introducing them to the sport. They're not becoming MLS players right away.
No.
They're having fun, you know, and they're getting some exercise. They're interacting with other kids, which is also great. And the parents get to interact with each other, too. So, you know, it's kind of the full circle.
Yeah. Got a couple minutes left here. Any other programs you want to talk about?
You know, we still have our drop-in pickleball program, Mondays, Wednesdays at 5, and then Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 9 a.m. down at the Transit Community Center. Anybody's welcome to come on down. There's all levels of skill player. If you're a beginner and never picked up a paddle, come on down. We usually have another court, especially those evening sessions. The numbers are low enough. There's another court where somebody new can hit the ball with somebody else that's new and pick up the game a little bit. And there's always people there to help as well. We have our Kimuru program goes on a continual basis. That's a martial arts program, mixed martial arts program down at the Civic Center. Tai Chi, yoga.
Wow.
And then upcoming, we have the high climber cheer camp. Coming up at the end of August. Yeah, so that's always popular. And then they go for a week, 5 to 7:30 up at the high school, and then they get to perform at a football game. So you got all the little junior cheerleaders out there with the high school cheerleaders that perform in front of a big crowd at a football game in the fall. So it's a great kind of end to that program where they get to show off the routine that they learned from the big cheerleaders from the high school. So again, that's a full circle deal that we like to do a lot too. We like to bring in these high schoolers and these coaches from the school district and connect the younger kids with the older kids, because it's a learning experience for them too. And then the funds help support those programs as well.
Oh, great stuff. From the City of Shelton and Parks and Rec, with Mark Ziegler on the air for our Focus on Shelton. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
My pleasure.
And it's going to be warm out there.
It'll be nice, yeah.
Have a good time at the expo.
Thanks.
It's 8:56 at iFiber One News Radio. We'll be right back after this.
You know, this is a good